Calaroga Shark Media.
While the Chicago White Sox struggle through another difficult season here on Earth, they may have found their salvation in the most unexpected place. The recent papal election delivered them something extraordinary, a pontiff who shares their devotion to baseball. Pope Leo brings more than spiritual guidance to his role. He carries with him a lifelong passion for Chicago's South Side baseball team. Even as the White Sox endure a brutal 18-42 record, sitting dead last in the American League, they can take comfort knowing they have a powerful ally in Vatican City. This is White Smoke. The team sees opportunity in this divine connection, much like how the Los Angeles Dodgers captured Japan's imagination through Shohei Ohtani. The White Sox envision becoming the official team of the Holy See. It's an ambitious dream that faces considerable challenges. Baseball has never taken root in Italy. The Vatican has produced 0 major league players throughout history. The entire Italian peninsula has contributed only 2 players to the big leagues this century. Alex Liddy from San Remo, who played for Seattle from 2011 through 2013, and pitcher Sam Aldegheri from Verona, currently with the Los Angeles Angels. The White Sox themselves understand the underdog position. They've lived in the shadow of their crosstown rivals, the Cubs, for decades. Last season's historic collapse, losing a record-setting 121 games, only deepened their struggles. So when reports emerged that Pope Leo had initially been mistaken for a Cubs supporter, the White Sox took particular satisfaction in the correction. According to Washington Post reporter Chico Harlan, just 4 hours after his election, Pope Leo clarified his allegiance with a single word: Sox. Now comes the real work. White Sox officials acknowledge they haven't begun establishing any baseball academy in the region. The famous Accademia in Florence, home to Michelangelo's David, sits 170 miles away and wouldn't serve their purposes anyway. They've assigned no scouts to monitor the Holy See, though with a population of just 882, extensive coverage seems unnecessary. General Manager Chris Getz admits skepticism about tapping into this particular market for player development. The College of Cardinals, while undefeated in conference play, presents age concerns. The youngest Cardinal is 45, older than veteran pitcher Rich Hill, and in today's testing environment, age works against athletic performance. The Swiss Guard offers better prospects. These protectors must be between 19 and 30 years old, stand at least 5 feet 8.5 inches tall, and maintain excellent health. Surely among those 135 guards, at least one possesses the skills to throw a quality breaking ball. Perhaps the issue isn't talent identification, but marketing. Not everyone in Vatican City may consider professional baseball a viable career option. Relief pitcher Mike Vasil suggests a simple solution: distribute a memo announcing their search for talent. Starting pitcher Jonathan Cannon proposes hosting a major league game in Rome, perhaps featuring Chicago against Atlanta, who could represent their single-A affiliate, the Rome Emperors, for the occasion. Fan development might prove easier than player development. Rome's Olympic Stadium has hosted major international competitions and could accommodate baseball. But why venture outside Vatican walls? St. Peter's Square, measuring roughly 650 feet by 500 feet within its columns, resembles the dimensions of minor league parks currently housing the Tampa Bay Rays and the relocated Athletics. The ancient Egyptian obelisk at its center, transported from Alexandria in 40 AD by Emperor Caligula, would create fascinating ground rule situations. And while last season's campfire milkshake drew attention, gelato would elevate any concession stand. International fan loyalty runs deep. Nearly 90% of Japanese tourists visiting Los Angeles make stops at Dodger Stadium. More than 1 million Italians traveled to America last year. Surely some percentage could be convinced to experience deep dish pizza and a game at the ballpark on Chicago's South Side. Marketing opportunities abound. Vatican City-themed jerseys, Pope Leo bobbleheads, and creative promotions could capture imagination. Catching coach Drew Butera, a Catholic school graduate, envisions a throwing contest challenging fans to outperform the Pope. Such innovative thinking could transform this unlikely partnership into something truly special. The Chicago White Sox may be struggling on the field, but with the Holy Father in their corner, they found inspiration that transcends wins and losses. Sometimes divine intervention comes in the most unexpected forms. Pope Leo has accepted the resignation of Bishop David Zubik from leadership of the Diocese of Pittsburgh and appointed Bishop Mark Ekman as his replacement. Bishop Zubik, who is 75 years old, stepped down from his pastoral duties in accordance with church retirement guidelines. The Vatican announced both the resignation and appointment on June 4, 2025, through the Apostolic Nunciature in Washington. Monsignor Vyacheslav Tumir, serving as interim representative during Cardinal Christophe Pierre's temporary absence, made the announcement public. Bishop Ekman, who previously served as auxiliary bishop within the same diocese, will now assume full episcopal authority over the Pittsburgh region. This appointment represents a continuation of local leadership, as Bishop Ekman already possesses familiarity with the diocese's pastoral needs and administrative structure. The Diocese of Pittsburgh encompasses 3,754 square miles throughout Pennsylvania. The region serves a total population of nearly 2 million people, with approximately 615,000 Catholics under episcopal care. This substantial Catholic community will now look to Bishop Ekman for spiritual guidance and pastoral leadership as he begins his tenure as ordinary of the diocese. Pope Leo has released his inaugural prayer intention video, calling upon Catholics worldwide to pray for increased compassion during June. The message, made public on June 3rd, marks an important early initiative of his papacy. Let us pray that each one of us might find consolation in a personal relationship with Jesus, and from his heart, learn to have compassion on the world, the Holy Father stated. The timing holds special significance, as June is traditionally dedicated to devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Pope Leo's message includes an original prayer specifically honoring this sacred devotion. Father Cristobal Fones, International Director of the Pope's Worldwide Prayer Network, explained that Pope Leo's intention centers on developing genuine compassion through deepening one's relationship with Christ. By cultivating this truly close relationship, our hearts are more conformed to His. We grow in love and mercy, and we better learn what compassion is, Father Fones observed. The Jesuit director noted that true compassion goes beyond sympathy to actively work toward alleviating suffering and upholding human dignity. Compassion seeks to alleviate suffering and to promote human dignity. This is why it is translated into concrete actions that address the roots of poverty, inequality, and exclusion. Pope Leo's prayer reflects deep theological reflection on Christ's mercy and love. It begins, "Lord, I come to your tender heart today, to you who have words that set my heart ablaze, to you who pour out compassion on the little ones and the poor, on those who suffer, and on all human miseries." The prayer requests deeper spiritual knowledge and intimacy with Christ, asking that believers' plans be transformed to seek Christ in every circumstance. It concludes by identifying Christ as the ultimate source of all consolation, emphasizing the connection between personal relationship with Jesus and active compassion for others. Pope Leo's choice to emphasize compassion as his first papal prayer intention signals important priorities for his pontificate. By connecting personal spirituality with active concern for others, the message reflects his background as a missionary priest and commitment to addressing human suffering. The Sacred Heart devotion provides a fitting framework for this call to compassion, emphasizing God's love for humanity as revealed through Christ's heart. This inaugural prayer request establishes a tone of pastoral concern that may characterize Pope Leo's approach to papal leadership.
There's always something brewing behind palace walls, whether it's Prince Harry and Meghan Markle making headlines from afar, or Prince William and Princess Catherine quietly preparing for the future throne. I'm Mark Francis, and on Palace Intrigue, we cover every twist, turn, whisper, and wink. From royal drama to daily gossip, follow Palace Intrigue wherever you get your podcasts.
You know the silhouette, the squint, the voice that cuts like a blade. Clint Eastwood isn't just a movie star. He's a myth, a mayor, a cultural fault line, and maybe the last great American icon. Eastwood Reloaded tells his story one chapter at a time. The hits, the flops, the chaos between the scenes. Because legends aren't born, they're built. Eastwood Reloaded. Listen now wherever you get your podcasts.
Want this podcast without commercial interruptions or feed drops? Caliroga Plus is just $5 a month, and you'll get this show ad-free. Plus, we've just added the full first seasons of Eastwood Reloaded and Crown and Controversy, so you can binge listen our new series without a single interruption. Caliroga Plus gives you Palace Intrigue, 5 good news stories, daily comedy news, 5 daily trivia questions, and all the other shows on the Caliroga Shark Media Network, totally ad-free. For just $5 a month, it's the best deal going. Apple Podcast users can even get a 30-day free trial by clicking the banner that says uninterrupted listening. If you're on any other app, head to caliroga.com/plus. Link in the show notes. Don't wait. Get your uninterrupted content now. Apple Podcast users click that banner that says uninterrupted listening. If you're on any other app, head to caliroga.com/plus. Link in the show notes.